So I would cross multiply. So that means I'm going to have 3 times 3n plus 10. And that's on the other side, it's going to be 10 times the quantity n plus 3. And now I'm going to distribute. So on the left side, I'd have 3 times 3n, which is 9n. Then I would have 3 times 10, which is 30. And on the right side, I'd have 10 times n, which is 10n. And 10 times 3, which is 30. Now from here, it's up to you how you go about solving it. I like to have all my letters to one side first, so I'm going to subtract 10n on both sides to move everything to the left side. So subtract 10n on both sides, and that's going to give us negative 1n plus 30 equals 30. Now I'm going to get rid of the stuff that's on the same side of the letter there, the equal sign, but not touching it. That's the positive 30. So I would subtract 30 on both sides. And that's going to give us negative 1n equals 0. And then we could divide both sides by negative 1. And 0 divided by negative 1 is still 0. So our answer is n equals 0. And we probably should put 0 into the original equation just to check and make sure that it works. For the other one, you see that there's a negative there right there in the middle. But it doesn't matter where we kind of put it. We can put it on the top or the bottom. I'm going to rewrite this and just put it at the top, because that's how we normally see it. And I just zoomed in a little bit on it. So when we go through and cross multiply again, we're going to have 7 times n. I'll just put the parentheses there just out of good form. And then the other side, we have a negative 32 times the quantity n minus 4. Well, 7 times n is just 7n. And then we have negative 32 times n, which is negative 32n. And then negative 32 times negative 4. We're just going to make a positive, I think it's a 128. Then again, I like to get all my n's to one side, so the opposite here of a negative 32n is a positive 32n, so I'm going to add 32n to both sides. And it's going to give us 39n, 28. And this says 39 times n. The opposite or inverse is division. This time I'm going to write it with the obelisk sign there, division sign. Pretty cool. And that's going to give us n is going to equal 128 over 39, and I don't think that can be simplified as anything.